Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Quickly to the air is Wilson.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Forced out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
The Broncos at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. Touchdown, Broncos! Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Murray now to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Murray. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Baron Browning coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tony Pollard, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and through, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. 7-7, our score after 1. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Murray now on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals have moved out in front. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So on 4th down, the Broncos send Corliss Waitman out to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Rodgers to return it. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's Murray. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down is Murray. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
To throw again on second down, Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 15. And the Cardinals first down.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Murray off play action. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And now off to the races, down the right side. The 40, past the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. They'll run here with Connor. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and goal, Murray. And it's caught. Touchdown. Zach Ertz. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Wilson. Finds Dulcich out left side. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Cards are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
And to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Murray now. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Okuegbunam. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now Wilson on first down. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Murray. And His throw here's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Murray. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Here's Wilson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Where they came so close, Charles, they were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game, and let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for Arizona, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.
consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta